But last night we found this document, which is an FBI report to the FBI from a victim. I need everyone's help on this one, guys. This is major. This is really huge. We have the sitting president of the United States accused here of unaliving threats, accused here of recruiting teenagers, accused here of illicit pharmaceutical use, and accused here of having a quote-unquote battered marriage with his current wife. This report to the FBI comes from January 2021. This victim worked for Charles Desjardins, a company with a flagship in Trump Tower. In her early 20s, she would go to school at night while working full-time. During her lunch hour, she would study in public places in Trump Tower because she worked in a building nearby. While she's there studying, this colleague of hers points out these two men. She says one of them was dark-haired and looked like Antonio Banderas, while the other man was blonde and looked like the surfer type. Her colleague told her that the men constantly picked up what kind of women? Not sure, it's redacted, but some short word that's fitting there before the word women that's redacted. She gets approached by the dark-haired man who asked her if she was a student and what she was studying. She told him her name and where she worked. He asked her if she knew who Donald Trump was and told her that he was meeting people that day. At this point in time, Trump had been in the tabloids in reference to his divorce from his first wife. She told the man that she did know who he was. The man asked her if she wanted to go meet Trump and told her that she did not need to work so hard to go to school. The man winked at her and said he could do whatever she liked. She felt that it was clear that S was on the table, even though the man never mentioned S. She felt these men were playing the role of recruiters for who? Oh yes, that's right, the current president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. The man told her that if she did not want to meet him right away, she could meet him at a party. He told her she could bring a friend if the friend looked like her, but she could not bring a male friend. This was around 1990 or 1991, and the invitation had Jeffrey Epstein's address on the invitation to this party where they're inviting this girl. They're using Jeffrey Epstein's address. She recognized the address, but importantly, she did not go to the party. Then, since she chose not to go, she begins to receive unaliving threats when she did not want to meet Donald Trump. The threats consisted of the men saying that they knew where she worked and could find her. She never told the police because she did not think that they would believe her. She saw these men approaching females for 5 or 6 months. She thought that most of the females that they approached were tourists. There were lots of tourists in and around Trump Tower. She saw girls, usually blondes, approximately how old? Oh, that's right, they were 15 or 16 years old with one of the two men, and she saw them get on an escalator within Trump Tower. Where do you think that escalator was headed? She says that she never saw them meet with Trump, but we can only assume where that escalator was taking these 15 to 16-year-old children. She says that Epstein and Trump stopped talking because of their financial means, and they both stole money from people. When she was asked how she knew this, she stated, "It's common knowledge." So then she knew this other woman who worked for Calvin Klein who had this daughter who was a tall blonde. She recalled the daughter was waiting for her mother and then went upstairs to meet Trump. This was in the early 90s. She recalled sometime later seeing her at a cocktail party, and the woman said that something horrible happened to her daughter that day. The daughter then dropped out of school, got into pharmaceuticals, and unalived herself. She later found the woman through LinkedIn and called her, but the woman said that her life had been ruined and to not call her again. Then she meets this other person who worked for Trump. This person told her Trump would be in the office at 7 a.m. after partying all night. She told her that Donald Trump did what? Oh, that's right, he was a heavy drinker of Coca-Cola, a certain illicit substance, back in the 1980s. She tries to contact the FBI. She can't get through to them. Then in 2016, she meets Melania and Barron. She's tutoring Spanish to another student who's 11 or 12 years old. The student's blank knew Melania and quote unquote dished about Melania's marriage to Trump, saying that it was a battered marriage. Now, I don't know if this word battered means what we all think it means. Does it mean domestic violence? Not sure, but it sure is an interesting choice of words to describe Melania's marriage to Trump, isn't it? So, we have recruiters for Donald Trump sending unaliving threats to this girl for not wanting to meet Donald Trump. We have them bringing Donald Trump 15 and 16-year-old children that they have recruited at Trump Tower. We have them inviting people to a party and using Jeffrey Epstein's address. We have allegations that he stole money. We have allegations that he was a heavy pharmaceutical user in the 1980s. And we have an allegation that his marriage to his current wife was quote unquote a battered marriage.